Karma Brands radio station.
It's do or die time, Tom Brady. Time to really cement your legacy. We're going to see.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios.
And your man could smell it.
Theo Dorsey is theoretically speaking.
But are you a different animal and the same beast?
Streaming live on YouTube.
You're gonna break up with me because of what I do on the radio?
Here's Theo Dorsey.
Good people. It's March 3rd. It's Top 5 Tuesday. And we are in the midst of what is considered to be in the NFL like franchise tag day. The tag deadline is at 4 p.m. So a lot of headlines been sifting through the rumor mill that was built over the past week in Indianapolis as all of the GMs and scouts and, well, not all the head coaches, because some of them feel like C-Katt and say, well, it's not worth my time. The NFL draft combine.
The smart ones.
The rumor mill. Yeah, the smart ones, if you will. Yeah, honestly, the smart ones were the ones that withheld themselves from the draft combine, actually. But the rumor mills spark up, and that's when you see all of these different trade rumors, and everybody's trying to figure out who's going to get Max Crosby from the Raiders, and is Breece Hall going to get franchise tagged, and are the Cardinals going to be forced to cut Kyler Murray because there's no trade market for him, and what's going to happen to Tua? I'm going to save everybody the angst, the worry, the questioning around what's going to happen with the native Dolphin quarterback. Not necessarily native, but he's your guy. You drafted him into the NFL. Tua Tagovailoa. Ain't nobody trade for him. Ain't nobody trade.
Come on.
Giving up already? It's not happening. I am not. What's my guy's name? Jeff Halfley. I ain't Stephen Ross. We sitting in this building here in the Evan Cohen Studios, as Ross Related owns about half of the things you can see in Palm Beach County and in South Florida in general.
It's like Simba.
Is that what it is? That what
look over this cliff.
Oh yeah,
everything
yeah.
the light touches.
Yeah, yeah. There you go. That's how Stephen Ross is. His brand is hovering over this area. But what I do know is, indirectly maybe, but he ain't cutting my checks, which means I don't have to figure it out. Which means I am not stressed out over the fact that Tua does not have a trade market. They're going to have to cut him if they want to get rid of Tua. And I'm not here to say whether or not a team is going to actually sign him to start him or to have him as a backup. I don't care about any of that as it pertains to Tua and the rumors in the headline. That dude is not getting traded. So as I say all of this, it's not actually where I want to start things today, but I felt like it was my journalistic responsibility to at least put those things out there, because where I want to start is actually with the team that has the number one pick in the draft. And as everybody is talking today about what's going to happen with Max Crosby, are they going to trade him? He's malcontent. He's flirting with other quarterbacks on his podcast. He was ticked off about being put on the IR and pretty much, quietly, as the Raiders tank down the stretch for the number one pick. I honestly don't care as much about that maneuver. I don't. Trade him or keep him. I don't think that is going to be the thing that most heavily impacts the Raiders' current squad for 2026, nor will it mostly impact what the Raiders look like over the next 5 years. What really matters is what the Raiders do at number one overall in the NFL draft on day one, when our guy Roger Goodell steps up to the podium, says the Las Vegas Raiders are on the clock. What matters is what they do there. Because Fernando Mendoza, as great of a quarterback as he has shown himself to be in this past year with Indiana, and a couple of great flashes with Cal in the ACC, he is a South Florida native. He is a hometown hero, if you will. He won a national championship in his own damn backyard. The dude is going to be good at football, but how good and whether or not this could be a guy that is a franchise quarterback that is on a second and third contract with the same team and can bring the Raiders back to the promised land that they've not literally seen since the early 2000s. That is going to be how we judge Tom Brady's legacy in his post-football playing career. Brady right now sits in the NFL, he's the GOAT. He is, right? Like, there's no question as to who. If I walked around downtown West Palm Beach right now, C-Katt. C-Katt's on the other side of the glass on the ones and twos, by the way. That was a delayed intro there.
It's okay.
What's up, man? Well, you talked earlier, so I got thrown off. So
We said like 3 sentences to one another before the show today.
right. So the chemistry is off today. The chemistry is off today, and that's on me. I dragged my tail in here about 5 minutes before the mics got cut on. Had a lot of shoots this morning with pull up to the Palm Beaches coming your way on Destination America. So I was a little late to the show today, but what I will say is, C-Katt, I have been early to the party of this, and I'm going to say it right now, and then we're going to move forward and have this conversation very, let's just say like
Respectfully or?
Yeah, respectfully. Because I know where we differ here. The Raiders need to seriously, the Las Vegas Raiders, led by Tom Brady in the decision-making chair as a minority owner, but the loudest voice in that building, specifically when it comes to the quarterback position. The Raiders need to seriously explore trading away the first pick of this NFL draft. It is not just because I don't have faith in what Fernando Mendoza can be. It's that I know the kind of haul they can get from a desperate team like the New York Jets or a desperate organization like the Miami Dolphins or a team that has not had a franchise QB, and it's been such a thing that has put them into on the back burner of NFL conversations that they end up parting ways with a surefire first ballot Hall of Fame head coach in the Pittsburgh Steelers. There's a lot of teams out there who, just like the Raiders, have been in quarterback hell for quite some time. And this is a one quarterback draft. And my question to Tom Brady, Don Spytek, whoever the hell else is making the decisions up in and around Las Vegas for the Raiders, are you willing to bank your future on that pick? Considering what's coming in this next draft, considering what we thought of Mendoza before this past college year and what he was surrounded by at Indiana, and also, most importantly, considering the fact that last year when all of these same decision makers were in their current chairs, they made a hell of a lot of wrong decisions. That's the one thing nobody's been talking about so far. There's this expectation that there's going to be a sane, leveled, mature approach that is dialed in, that is, consistent, because Tom Brady is in that building. Everybody expects the Raiders to somehow be this organization that is not dysfunctional. Let's not forget, Brady didn't just buy into the team this offseason. He was there last year when they picked up Chip Kelly and allowed him to hire his son as the offensive line coach, and everything went awry. He was there last year when he did the cardinal sin in accordance to C-Katt, your NFL draft manual, which was
Drafting a running back.
First round. He was there for all of those things. And I say all of that to say this. If Brady and Spytek and everybody in Vegas is not willing to bank Brady's, football executive legacy, his ownership in the NFL, that off of Mendoza's talent and his ability to be that guy that can also be a floor raiser for the Raiders, you should trade that pick. You definitively should trade that pick. You should take that haul, and you should take a swing at one of these quarterbacks in this next draft and take the slow and steady approach. I know it's hard to do. You get the number one pick. You have all of these, you went and got Clint Kubiak, and this guy's perfect for his system, and everybody's all cheersy and happy. What I saw y'all do last year didn't work out so much. You might want to consider all the cards on the table. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. And it is a one quarterback draft because the guy in Oregon, Darian, right? Or not Darian.
That's Darian. No, that's Darian.
Miami's new quarterback.
That's
Dante Moore. D quarterback names.
There you go, yeah.
Dante Moore was a possible second option, but he's staying in college because he wanted to pursue the NIL contract instead of the Jets contract.
I was about to say, he's staying in college because
we're the freaking New York Jets, so we're built for this
yeah. Look, if there was no NIL, he would have dealt with it. He would have just went to the Jets. Look, that's the Zach Wilson story.
Mm-hmm. So that number one overall pick in terms of a quarterback desperate team, if you need a quarterback now and can't bear to wait, that number one overall pick is more valuable this year for sure.
Yes, that when it's a one quarterback draft, the number one overall pick, especially when we all agree that Fernando Mendoza he's a Heisman winning quarterback. He is worthy of the number one overall pick. But in a one quarterback draft, it becomes all that much more worthy, all that much more valuable when you have these teams that cannot stomach another year of a desolate quarterback room. And there's so many of them. The Cardinals, who sit at number 3. The Browns, who, again, I mean, quarterback hell. That they stay there. They stay there right off the lake. The Cleveland Browns, they know that feels like home to me. You know, little Drake bar, that's them. And that's my thing, too. If you're going to be the Raiders, which look, at least you had the Derek Carr years, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like, that was fun, right? Everybody had a good time during the Derek Carr years.
AC/DC MVP candidate when he was at his best.
Yes. Amari Cooper, Derek Carr. I forgot about that AC/DC nickname. That is, again, you've had your fun. You have to consider a trade. And I do like it. I have a feeling, because we haven't heard anything about them shopping this pick, I have a good feeling that there is a chance behind closed doors they're keeping their cards close and they're waiting for that Godfather offer. And that's why I'm going to stay on. I'm staying on this literally until I hear Fernando Mendoza's name, called at the draft for the Las Vegas Raiders. I do believe they would be silly not to consider trading away that number 1 pick and getting a haul back and doing what the Chicago Bears did a few years ago, positioning yourself in a more quarterback-rich draft. Because the thing about it like this, people look at the risk and they're like, well, you might not get number 1 overall next year. You really think the team that trades for Mendoza is not going to be picking in the top 10 next year? Like, let's keep it G. That's number 1. Number 2, you're going to have your pick next year, and you're going to have most likely 2 top 10 picks. And look at what happened in the Caleb Williams draft. Caleb, Jaden, Drake, Penix, McCarthy, Nix. 6 guys, first 12 picks. We could be looking at the same thing next year. In fact, the number 1 overall pick next year might go to Jeremiah Smith. You might get the number 2 pick and still get the best quarterback out. You have to be a fool not to open yourself up to the possibility of trading this pick. And it's not just the fact that you can get so much more on the other side, C-Katt, and I hate that I'm so passionate about this right now because it's going to make me seem like a sour grapes Miami Hurricane fan that is trying to be down on Mendoza. That's not the case. I like the guy. I think he's going to be a good pro. But you have to do this too, because if you're Tom Brady, I am not going to be like everybody else and assume that this guy is going to make the right moves now that he officially has his finger on the pulse and his hand on the steering wheel. We saw reports out of Indianapolis throughout the draft combine, John Spytek admitting, yes, Brady is not just a symbolic partial owner. He is going to have his play in draft decisions and free agency and personnel. He has a say in that room. And you'd be a fool to not let him have the biggest say. Every time we see a GOAT, a player who ascended to the Mount Rushmore of their career, and they have a whole flock of people fighting to say they are the single greatest player to ever play their sport. Every time we position ourselves like this, and then said player leaves the game, comes right back afterward, and tries to coach or GM or own a team, what have been the results?
Not good.
Terrible.
Not yet.
Terrible. And why do we think Brady's the exception? Why?
Because he's been the exception in general in his entire life.
Doesn't mean not sure. Maybe, but I mean, let's not play it up too big like he's this big. He went to Michigan. He went to the University of Michigan and played football. He's not Brock Purdy coming from Iowa State as Mr. Irrelevant. He's not the exception. You know, he went to Michigan. He's 6'5".
Right, but it didn't start first thing first on the team. Like, he wasn't a prodigy that was highly touted.
He wasn't a prodigy.
If Baker Mayfield can call himself someone with a chip on their shoulder and have a little bit of validity to it, Brady assuredly can say the same thing, that he wasn't always 100% believed in.
He wasn't. He got drafted really late. Let's not make it seem like he's really the exception is crazy. Like Bryce Young, if he becomes good, that would be more of an exception to me because he's 5'9", 160.
No. Because when he entered the NFL, it's a different ball game, and he got drafted number 1 overall.
Yeah,
I'm judging these guys' careers in the NFL
based off of where they were drafted.
Kind of, yeah. I mean, that's kind of the starting spot in terms of how teams value you.
All right. So Tom Brady is the exception.
That was that mockery. That's like
Yeah,
legitimate.
like that. Yeah.
He is the exception. No one else
We're
has been
gonna
able to do what he does.
We're going to change his nickname. I got to go to the Brady Pro Football reference page and see what his nicknames are and try to insert this new one that you're trying to build off of. He's the exception.
It's better than Jackson Smith and Jigba's new nickname from Super Bowl week, the Emerald City Route Artist.
That was terrible.
Yeah. The exception rolls off the tongue a little bit better.
His middle name does start with an E. Thomas the Exception Brady. He's an exceptional dude. I'll give you that. But again, we are assuming that is going to translate. And sport after sport, GOAT after GOAT, we watch these guys step into the shoes of the very people who their whole career, they've been thinking their whole careers, man, that dude job's so damn easy. I could do that. Matter of fact, I should do that. Matter of fact, when I'm done winning these Stanley Cups, when I'm done winning these Masters Greens jackets, when I'm done winning these Lombardi trophies, I'm going to do that job. And I'm going to rock it out. Hey, Tom Brady's been a minority owner of the Raiders for one full season, one full sample size of his decision-making influencing the play of the Las Vegas Raiders. How's that going?
They have the number 1 overall pick this year.
So worst possible result.
Best
record-wise.
possible potential earning.
You're right. Yeah, and I'm Mr.
He might
thinking
see
is okay.
Might see the long game. Who knows?
And
Max Crosby was sat for a reason.
And I would have to agree that the Raiders getting the number 1 overall pick was a success. It was a success. But that means that you are going to be judged from now going forward on these decisions from this offseason, and they can really make or break you. Because if Clint Kubiak doesn't work out, if Fernando Mendoza isn't that guy, how many more coaches and quarterbacks can you flip through until we look at the problem is the guy in the mirror? It's 1 year in, but these are two massive decisions and two guys that a lot of people feel like are can't-fail guys. It better work out in Vegas. It better.
What do you need to see this year? What do you need to see this year?
I need to see a competent football team. I need to see a team that can win 6 or 7 games. I need to see a team that, especially in that division, because you chose this route. You picked the Raiders knowing that you had to step into a division with Patrick Mahomes and Justin Herbert, and now Bo Nix led by the puppeteer Sean Payton. I need to see somebody that at least shows flashes, a team that shows flashes of being able to compete with those teams with Harbaugh and Reed and Sean Payton. I need to see flashes of a Raiders team that can be feisty enough that I can say at least next year there can be some people talking playoffs.
And you think that expectation is going to be made if they use that number 1 overall pick to get Mendoza, but if they traded it away, it buys himself another buffer year because we all understand, they're going all in 2027.
Yes, it buys you a year, but more importantly, it buys you more value. And if you're Tom Brady and if you're Spy Tech for some odd reason, and also most importantly, if you're Clint Kubiak, who's coming off of a Super Bowl as an offensive coordinator for the Seattle Seahawks, you have earned that longer rope. You have earned the ability to have another gap year to properly rip this thing to the studs and create a new atmosphere, a new Vegas Raiders team that can be competitive for the long haul. That doesn't mean you can't do it with Fernando Mendoza, but you better be damn sure he's the guy to do it, and you better work your tail off. And Tom, like, I wouldn't be mad if he regressed as a broadcaster with Fox this year. I would not trip on that. Like last year he locked in. People said he got better. I think it's a little corny for us to get behind these mics specifically, but in general and be critiquing like, this guy's he's really good. This guy's bad. He was off his game. All right, whatever. Tom Brady's getting paid $20 million a year or something like that from Fox. Good, bad, indifferent, he going to be doing that for as long as that contract exists.
It's over 30. Yeah. We looked it up last week when we were at the Cognizant Classic in the Palm Beaches, and it's a 10-year contract.
That man is the exception. That guy, we got to go to Pro Football Reference.
It's closer to 40, $37.5 million per year to be a color commentator on Fox for less than 21 times per year.
Question,
yes,
if I may. What should matter more to Tom Brady in 2026? His continued ascension as a sports broadcaster who's getting paid let's say, more than the guy that just won the Super Bowl as a quarterback in Sam Darnold? He's getting paid more than Sam Darnold money to talk about the game? Or is it the Raiders being good? Because actually, I'm starting to think it don't even matter.
I think
Raiders don't matter to that dude.
I think it's the success of the Raiders.
Oh, I don't know.
If I know anything about
37?
sports business, it's that if you are a part owner of these multi-billion-dollar franchises, increased wins in a penetratable market like Las Vegas would pay dividends, and we'd have to create a new term that is bigger than generational wealth, because we already know that the greatest football player of all time has generational wealth.
Yeah.
He'll have empirical wealth.
Well, here's
And
the
health
thing.
too, actually.
Yeah, he's a pretty healthy guy. Here's the thing, though. He going to get paid no matter if the Raiders win or not. Like, that's how NFL franchises work. They just grow over time. I've never seen them go down in value.
Yeah, but I mean, success like the Seahawks just sold after they won the Super Bowl.
He can't get fired from minority ownership. He can get fired from Fox, technically. I don't know what the buyout is like, but one of them, he's legitimately an employee who's going to be judged and critiqued based off his performance. The other one, he is a minority owner who has 7 Lombardi trophies, 7 Super Bowl rings, backing every decision he makes. And similar to Michael Jeffrey Jordan, speaking of guys with iconic middle names, similar to Michael Jeffrey Jordan when he was in the NBA as an owner of the Charlotte Hornets, who the hell is moving that dude off his spot? I know it was different because he was the primary owner. He was the majority owner of the Hornets for those 13 just absolutely dismal years. But it's Michael Jordan. If he tell you Adam Morrison going to be a superstar, you draft Adam Morrison. It's like, I'm not. Who am I to contend with what Michael Jordan is telling me to do around the game of basketball? That's going to be Brady with the Raiders, no matter if it goes good or bad.
I don't know, man. He's a 5% owner of the Raiders, and they don't have an exact number on the valuation of the Raiders, but it's between $7 and $8 billion. So if he can turn the $7 billion Raiders into the $14 billion Raiders, that will dramatically increase his wealth and his portfolio. And I think
you're overrating how much winning improves the value of those NFL teams. Like, look at if we go and pull up the highest valuations of NFL teams, there's a lot of bad teams atop that list.
Sure.
Like like Fernando Mendoza is going to have a very incremental, like them being in Vegas and other things moving to Vegas and that area, becoming more of a hub of America. That's going to do the work itself. You ain't got to do nothing. You got to lift a finger as an owner.
Okay, but you and I both know that Tom Brady values winning overall. So if we take the dollars out of it, there's no way to win as a color commentator. In fact, he already did win as a color commentator by getting the #1 spot at Fox.
Yeah, as soon as he signed that $37 million a year contract, I would say he won.
Yeah, he accomplished.
Yeah.
Like, all right, I mean, there's no really actual numerical weight to decide whether or not I'm winning at this part of my life. But there is if the Raiders are bad and then he just looks bad. I think Brady still has a competitive fire that he would be uber ecstatic if the Raiders were the champions of football and a force to be reckoned with. And they supplanted that division where he was kind of, pushed out of the league in terms of the best in the world at the quarterback position with Patrick Mahomes. If the Raiders, with Tom Brady pulling the strings, took over the Chiefs spot at the top, yeah, I think he'd take great satisfaction. So he definitely cares more about owning the Raiders than broadcasting football games.
Tom Brady is making $37.5 million a year to be a Fox Sports broadcaster. Tom Brady's a 5% minority owner of the Las Vegas Raiders. I'm going to ask the good people, which one of those two things do you think matters more to Thomas Edward Brady, who, by the way, took pay cuts, at least above the table, took pay cuts his entire career with the New England Patriots? And I'm not insinuating that he got a little NIL below the table from Crafton. I'm not insinuating that. I'm just saying what I know. Above the table, he was always underpaid as the franchise quarterback for those Patriots. And he's a man that does love his money. He does his endorsements, and he also loves his health. Health is wealth. Brady cares about that. Which one of those two things matter to him more? Because last year, it seems like he did choose Fox Sports Broadcasting. We're going to find out what he chooses in 2026.
Tom Brady has an NIL deal with Fox Sports. That's what he has. Fox greatly benefits from being able to say Tom Brady. That's it.
So do the Raiders.
Not that you hear Tom Brady, not that his input
So do the
is
Raiders.
disproportionately better than Greg Olsen or the next guy in line. No, it's that you're able to say Tom Brady. So what I'm saying is Tom Brady gives his value to Fox Sports by being able to put Tom Brady on all their stuff.
That's the Raiders thing, too.
No, the Raiders get Tom Brady's
He covers
brain.
their stench. He covers their stench. Tom
It's
Brady
only 1
covers the
year.
Raiders' stench. That
You
was
keep-
terrible.
I'm willing to say
ridiculous.
if it's in 10 years and the Raiders are in the same spot they are now, I will agree with you. But I'm not willing to judge last Raiders season on Tom Brady.
Do you think that Fernando Mendoza is an infallible number 1 overall pick? And I say that to say, if they take this opportunity with the first pick of the draft and they select Mendoza and not trade it for more assets to pick a quarterback next year, or even trade back and get Simpson later, if they go all in on Mendoza, that is a 4 to 5 year commitment. And do you believe that can't it's 100% chance it's not going to blow back in their face?
I will not be able to judge whether or not it was the right draft selection on year 1.
Right.
I think football is the ultimate team sport.
Wow.
I think that
We're going to have
team
to
needs a lot more
eliminate the
fixing.
cliche from you. You've
yes,
done
you're
this
right.
a couple times.
Football's
the ultimate team sport.
It is. It's not a one-position league.
Yeah.
So, I think they
Yes,
have
it
a lot
is.
more things to fix. And maybe they turn Max Crosby when they do trade him or get rid of him, however that's going to work. Maybe they can flip that into a lot more pieces around because for the Raiders right now, 1 A-plus pass rusher, run defender is not as valuable as 3 different B-plus players elsewhere.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, one of the two got to go. It don't make no sense to keep Max Crosby and Fernando Mendoza. One of the two need to be traded. And I say, why not market, shop them both.
And as a matter of fact, Theo,
Shop them both out.
I actually do agree with you.
wanna do?
I'm always a proponent of trading in your chips for chips in the future. Like just kicking the can down the road
Yes.
on the draft that really defines your legacy.
Yes.
I was 100% on the Brown side of things last year when they traded away from the Travis Hunter pick and got wealth for that draft and next year's draft, which is now this year's draft.
And let's not forget, I'm not one of those guys. I am super pro Fernando Mendoza. Look, I love him as a prospect. I love the personality, and he's a good dude. And I do think that he can be good for them. I'm just saying, if you have an opportunity to get one of these teams to overpay for him, because still, I think it's a good chance he could be really good, but the 13th best quarterback in the league. You know what I'm saying? If you have a chance to move that, like let's just say, for instance, he's Jared Goff level or slightly below at his peak, it's really good. But you tell me if the Lions wouldn't trade Jared Goff level, who former number 1 overall pick, for the kind of draft haul you can get from a quarterback desperate team in this draft that has no other quarterbacks. And that's all I'm saying. You have to explore that trade. But for Tom Brady, back to the GOAT. What do you think matters more to him? What's more important to Brady? Sports broadcasting or the Raiders? The one that's paying him $37.5 million a year, or the one that cost him a substantial amount of money, which we can't figure out quite, but we know it's 5%. 888-760-3776. Hit us up on the Baptist Health Hotline. Also, you can always jump into YouTube chat at ESPN South Florida and comment there as well. The Baptist Health Hotline, 888-760-3776. Welcome to being treated like a pro. Welcome to pro-level orthopedic care at Baptist Health. From sports injuries to everyday aches, our expert team delivers the same advanced care trusted by the pros. I want this for you. I want this to comfort you. I want you to get back to the life and the activities that you know and you love. Learn more at baptisthealth.net/ortho. That's baptisthealth.net/ortho. Welcome to being treated like a pro. It's Top 5 Tuesday here on Theoretically Speaking. And again, I will say this too. Fernando Mendoza, a lover of Duffys. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm always going to ride for a guy that loves some Duffys. But the Raiders should market that pick. Due diligence. That's all I'm saying.
All right, so what would a trade package for Fernando Mendoza look like?
Let's look back to what the Bears gave, or what the Panthers gave the Bears. And that included DJ Moore, but it was multiple firsts. DJ Moore, a 4th and a 6th, I believe. And we can go back and pull it up specifically. But
because right now I'm looking at the NFL draft order for this year. And I think it's reasonable to assume that the person or the team that does trade up for that number one pick, that gives that, my second favorite NFL cliche, the haul, the King's ransom, they back up the Brinks truck in terms of draft capital, it will probably be in that top 10, right? Because it's very hard to, in my opinion, sell the Raiders on you'll get our first-round pick and it's 15 or back.
Yeah, it's tougher. It's tougher.
And also, like those teams that were borderline playoff teams or playoff teams probably already have a quarterback and wouldn't find Fernando Mendoza as valuable as the presumably quarterback-needy teams in the top 10.
I think the Browns and the Jets are the two teams that are most properly positioned to take a swing.
And the Jets are just the second pick in the draft, and the Browns have the 6th selection.
Yeah. And both have multiple firsts over the next couple of years. And I'll say also the Cardinals sitting there at number 3, I don't think they would do it. But I do think that the Arizona Cardinals they can give enough value without giving too much to move up 2 picks. Should be able to. I don't know how it's going to go.
If you are Spy Tech and you are the Raiders and the Browns come to you.
I want the Jets or the Browns for sure.
Okay. And the Browns say, hey, you get our pick this year, which is the 6th overall pick, and you get our other first-round pick that we got from the Jaguars last year, 24th overall. For your number 1 overall pick in the draft. Are you saying yes?
I would want a little bit extra draft compensation on top of that.
Okay.
I want your 2 firsts this year and at least the 2nd next year, if not your 1st next year too.
I feel like that's not that much that's not that much capital.
3 firsts.
3 first-round picks?
3 first-round picks for Mendoza. Who says no?
And both you know for a fact are where they are. Next year's an unknown.
Next year's an unknown. But it's the Cleveland Browns, so it's kind of,
Okay, a 6th,
it's
a 24th, and a future first-round pick. That'll get you Fernando Mendoza.
That'll do it. How do you turn that down if you're the Raiders? Like, if you get offered 3 firsts, 2 in this draft, one of them still a priority pick at number 6, if you really, 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 really need a quarterback, you can figure it out. There's a lot of veteran quarterbacks out there on the market. I'm sure if Tom Brady's the whiz kid that you make him out to be the exception, he can figure out what to do with Tua. Make it happen. We'll take your calls in here and we'll read the comments on the other side. That is C-Katt. I am Theo Dorsey. We want to hop to the Baptist Health Hotline right now.
No, I wanted to hear about we have some great things coming up this week when we hit the road.
Okay.
We're going to Roger Dean Chevrolet Stadium this week on Thursday.
Yes. So it's
they have a lot going on.
Roger Dean Chevrolet Stadium. We are going to be there for some spring training action, and that's because spring training is in full swing. I don't want you to miss out on your chance to see the Miami Marlins and the St. Louis Cardinals take the field in Jupiter. They'll be doing it all through March. And you can also, while you're there, check out the brand new Jupiter Medical Center Champions Club featuring Cardinals and Marlins legends every Saturday, as well as the Saturday post-game concert series lineup. It's a party. It's a ball. It's a good time. Speaking of good times, don't miss out on Pickleball Day, presented by Florida Power and Light on Saturday, March 21st. You can purchase a special game day package, which includes a reserved box ticket. You get a Cardinals and Marlins-themed pickleball paddle, which 2-sided, Cardinals, Marlins, whichever one you're a fan of, use that one, And then also, like we talked about, those things are sturdy. Sturdy.
All right, if it's 2-sided, though, use that one. So, you're going to be hitting that Marlins logo. And, it'll eventually wear over the years, right? And you can keep the other side pristine. So if I'm a Marlins fan, I probably want to hit the Cardinals side so that the Marlins logo stays brand new.
The question is, in pickleball, which one do you use more, forehand or backhand? I don't know. I would assume
you
forehand.
Use forehand. Forehand's got to be more normal.
Probably. I don't know. I haven't played pickleball like that, so maybe somebody can help us out with that. But whatever the case, they have the Cardinals Marlins pickleball paddles, and you could pick your poison in that way. You also get a chance to meet the Palm Beach Royals pickleball team as part of a pregame clinic on the concourse. Immersive experience for the fans. Tickets, group suites, mini plans, VIP experiences, and all of that. All on sale right now. RogerDeanChevroletStadium.com. That is RogerDeanChevroletStadium.com. We'll see you at the ballpark on Thursday for some spring training action. That is C-Katt. I'm Theo Dorsey. We're Theoretically Speaking on ESPN 106.3.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. This is ESPN 106.3.
What's the Anajar and Levine difference? If you're the victim of a car crash, you will always speak to a lawyer. You'll always get the highest standard of care from our dedicated legal team, and we'll always fight to get you the maximum compensation you deserve. That's the Anajar and Levine difference. Call our legal team right now for a free consultation. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733. Don't wait. Call 1-800-747-FREE.
In office, West Palm Beach.
My morning has 2 speeds. It starts fast, then it relaxes when I arrive at McDonald's and order an Egg McMuffin extra value meal for just $5. Because that's all I need to start my day off right. A tasty, warm Egg McMuffin, crispy golden hash browns, and a small premium roast coffee. And with a breakfast this good for just $5, I feel relaxed for the rest of the day. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Prices and participation may vary. Promotional pricing may be lower than meal pricing.
I used to talk about the weather as small talk. Now I talk about McValue deal days at McDonald's. A hamburger or cheeseburger for just 69 cents on Sundays and Wednesdays. I'm chit-chatting for days. A 6-piece chicken McNuggets for 99 cents on Mondays. Catch me yapping all day, dude. I'm not even mad about it. You want the deals? You need the app. Get 99-cent McNuggets and 69-cent hamburgers or cheeseburgers only in the app. These deals will definitely give you something to talk about. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Valid Sundays, Mondays, and Wednesdays in January and February at participating McDonald's. Valid once per day. Must opt into rewards.
Ready to take on any terrain? The all-new 2026 Defender 110 P300S is here. Built for those who crave adventure without compromising on luxury. Lease the powerful 2026 Defender 110 P300S for just $899 per month for 36 months. Whether you're tackling the toughest roads or cruising the city, the Defender is ready for it all. Don't wait. Visit Land Rover Palm Beach today and experience the Defender like never before. Terms and conditions apply. See dealer for details.
Today's tax tip is brought to you by Anshin Accountants and Advisors with Brent Lessie, partner and tax leader of Anshin's Consumer Products Group.
Did you know the One Big Beautiful Bill Act has created unprecedented opportunities for founders? The $10 million exclusion has increased to $15 million, and the 5-year holding period is no longer an all-or-nothing hurdle. Founders now have the flexibility to raise capital and align their tax-free treatment over 3, 4, or 5 years. These changes include the higher asset ceiling and allow founders and investors to scale aggressively while capitalizing on this tax advantage. Anshin, a partner-owned firm since 1923, prioritizes understanding founders' unique circumstances to achieve their goals. If you're a founder that doesn't want to leave money on the table, let Anshin deliver value where others can't.
For more tax tips from Anshin, visit Anshin.com. That's ANCHIN.com. Anshin Accountants and Advisors, helping you recalculate what's possible.
What would you do with an extra $700? You can earn up to $700 per year with Boost Checking from Flagler Credit Union. Boost Checking pays 7.0 annual percentage yield on balances up to $10,000. That's up to $700 extra to do what you love. Boost Checking from Flagler Credit Union.
Sacrifice for your family.
Dividend rates. Limit 1 checking account per membership. Dividend rates and annual percentage yield subject to change. Business accounts do not qualify. Insured by NCUA, official credit union of Florida Atlantic Athletics.
Who says buying a car takes all day? At Greenway Kia West Palm Beach, we respect your time and make it simple. Shop online, value your trade, get pre-approved before you arrive. Then swing by, sign, and drive. Fast and easy. From the all-new redesigned 2027 Kia Telluride to the versatile
Sacrifice for your family at home.
Your next Kia is waiting. Transparent pricing, zero pressure, just a smarter way to buy. Upgrade this month without slowing down. Only at Greenway Kia West Palm Beach.
We want to see ya in a Greenway Kia.
Hey, ref, time out, man. All right, team, we're only down by 5. We can still win this. Grab some water and get back out there. Whoa, not that water. You need Culligan water. With a free water test and advanced reverse osmosis purification system, Culligan helps reduce contaminants. Cleaner, safer, better tasting water. Enjoy 12 months interest-free. Schedule your free test today at Culligan.com. Serving all of South Florida, residential or commercial.
Hey, Culligan man!
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios, Theo Dorsey is theoretically speaking. Streaming live on YouTube, here's Theo Dorsey.
The Raiders might feel forced to pick Mendoza at number 1 overall, But when it comes to an AC and plumbing issue, you do not want to gamble on a rookie mistake. Yeah, Palm Beach County trusts EDS because they deliver consistent performance. EDS is now offering 0% interest financing for 60 months to qualified customers. They can help you. They can help you. Only one way to find out. That's edsisyes.com. Along with dependable service and long-lasting quality, EDS clearly shows you how to build a winning record at home. Not worry about that road record. Your home record is going to be great. EDS is yes. edsisyes.com. And again, 60 months interest financing, 0%. 0% interest financing for 60 months for qualified customers. EDS is yes. Get the gold plan. That's what I got. Works well. C-Katt, man, I do think that there's while we talk about all of the teams, the playoff teams on the back end of the draft that aren't quarterback hungry, that don't look like they want to trade up at all, I've been buying more and more into as my Kansas City Chiefs sit there at number 9, hoping that this Ty Simpson heat boils over and a team gets, all over their skis, wanting to get their hands on Ty Simpson, and that number 9 spot becomes the place that they look. I've been eyeing it.
I gotta say,
nobody's mocked it.
You angered me yesterday.
Nobody's mocked it, but I've been eyeing the Chiefs trading back from 9, letting somebody get Ty Simpson and get in the Hall. But what's up?
You sent me a Chiefs mock draft.
Yeah.
What the hell's that about?
I did it. That was my mock. I did it. I did a 7-round mock for the Kansas City Chiefs. Hey, man.
That's like
we missed the playoffs.
That's like if you have a 3-year-old who you actually despise comes up to you and gives you a handwritten drawing and it sucks and the kid's annoying. It's not your kid.
You didn't like my
I
mock
didn't like
draft.
your drawing. I'm not putting it on the fridge.
All right, was it the picks themselves or was it the idea that I sent you a mock
I didn't
draft?
look at the picks.
You didn't look at the picks? Well, that's the reason why you didn't like it. All right.
I didn't.
That's the reason why you didn't like it.
You sent me a mock draft from your favorite football team that is not locationally specifically relevant to our show.
It wasn't about the show. I sent that to you in confidence. You're bringing it up on the show.
I know.
So do you want to know who I got?
No.
I got Sonny Styles at number 9. Dude crashed the combine, by the way. Broke all the records as a linebacker. 6'5", 4'4", 640. I mean, this guy can cover ground.
You're speaking in binary code. Like, I don't know.
Sonny Styles, Ohio State linebacker. He fell to me at 9. At 40, Caleb Banks, defensive lineman out of where? The University of Florida. Yeah, people know about that guy. 330. 330 over the middle. He got Chris Jones rushing the edge. Caleb Banks over the middle with a chip on his shoulder because he used to be this is a good,
these
good
are
mock
what?
draft.
And you're getting graded.
Yeah, I got graded. You didn't like that I got good grades.
I didn't like you got graded at all.
Third
How can
round?
you grade a draft before the just infuriating.
Third round, I got D'Angelo Pons out of Indiana, the 5'9" corner.
I gotta say, it is your brain chemistry and people that also share that same brain chemistry when it comes to their football fandom that have allowed the NFL to be as big as it is. So I can't be that mad about it, but it's ridiculous. We got to point it out eventually, right?
And
you're no different than
No, you don't.
14-year-old girls who are crowded outside of their local Hilton hotel because they found out that Olivia Rodrigo was in town, and that's where she was staying.
Well, that makes me relatable.
It's that level of fanaticism that's unnecessary.
This is not crazy. That's not a little fun little, just hop on a little app. It's really quick to jump in there and build the settings up, and it was easy. It was fun.
Okay, it's maybe not the craziest thing in the world to do it, but don't show me. Keep that behind closed doors.
I thought maybe you would have thoughts on
oh wow, you got Jake Endries at 109.
Exactly. And
man, I watched him in the Cotton Bowl.
Yeah, Texas tight end, by the way, and the Chiefs need a tight end. I thought you might hit me so what do you think about Kelsey? You think he's going to stick around?
You were kind of fishing for
conversation starters right here. This is just guys being guys right here. I thought guys sent each other mock drafts. So I'm trying to acclimate.
No, I took my phone and I fired it across the room. I said, "That's enough of that."
You can't send your buddy a mock draft anymore. Who else am I supposed to send that to, C-Katt? Don't think about that.
But you know my opinions on the offseason dialogue of football and how sometimes we take it too far.
I thought possibly you would understand my fanaticism around that. You, as a Ravens fan who expected to be in the playoffs, but you're also in the proverbial draft lottery of the NFL, can relate to at least, having your team picking higher than usual and have an opportunity to bring a good guy in.
No, I'm not willing to admit that I care about the draft yet.
I thought you were going to text me and be like, do one for the Ravens. That was pretty good.
No, yeah, what you got? Sniff a little bit. Like, come on, man. Bum me a mock draft?
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Here's the thing, man. How many times in Patrick Mahomes' prime am I going to be able to care about mock drafts?
Oh, I hope they trade back. And you got to pretend to care about the offensive tackle you got at 34.
And you know what? I will. But you know what? Again, the Ty Simpson buzz, quarterback from Alabama, who's been, for some reason, I guess he had a good combine. I don't know how you have a good combine as a quarterback.
Mock drafts are fan fiction. That's exactly what they are. And if you're not familiar with fan fiction it is taking pen to paper at home, taking a thing you like to watch, a movie, a TV show, and writing your own story for these characters.
Do you want to tell that to Mike Tannenbaum, who does mock drafts? Huh?
Yeah, but he gets paid to do them.
I get paid to also talk about sports.
All right, we'll see the graphic up later today. Theo Dorsey's way too early. I guess it's not way too early. I guess
I'm a little late in the game.
Is this mock draft 1.0?
This is 1.0. That was my first one. And I sent that to you in confidence, and now we're discussing it. And people are probably at home like, damn it, he got Pons in the third round? I got D'Angelo Pons. This guy's a playmaker.
If you can submit to me video proof of someone with that reaction or similar reaction, the offer might stand with the $4,000 offer.
Somebody out there is intrigued by the fact that the Chiefs, I was able to get Caleb Banks, defensive lineman out of Florida, at 40 overall, Sonny Styles, who literally just broke every record known to man at the NFL Combine for the different measurables for linebackers, at number 9 overall. He might be Ray Lewis 2.0 or something. I don't know.
Okay, so that happened. We're going to see those guys in Chiefs uniforms next year. Because now we
maybe.
have some. What do you mean maybe?
So you're calling it fan fiction. I call it Mad Libs.
Oh, okay.
You did Mad Libs books growing up, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
All right. So now who's the idiot?
I guess you and my 12-year-old self. I guess we're both idiots in this situation.
We can't enjoy a good mock draft? What else am I supposed to enjoy right now? You want me to get, the Jets they might franchise tag Breece Hall? No.
No, does Miami of Ohio basketball get into the tournament if they don't win their conference? They're undefeated right now.
They won't,
but
they should.
Stinks. Okay, there we go. Bang. Quick
Case
hitter.
closed. Case closed. But you know what case isn't closed? Are the Chiefs a good enough team to draft a running back in top 10? This is something that intrigues you. It's your number one draft rule. And Jeremiah Love might be there sitting there waiting on the Chiefs, and that's a playoff team. Would that not be the perfect scenario for a team to draft a running back in the top 10? Open-ended conversation.
But again, this extends outside of Theo Dorsey and outside of anyone who's as hard of a football fan as they are for their specific NFL team doing the mock drafts. It is the treating of mock drafts as hard news. And I saw this last week on our very television side of things of ESPN, where it was Pittsburgh Steelers select Ty Simpson with their first-round draft pick. It's like, wait, what? I didn't know the draft was going on. No, it wasn't. And then in small text right above it, in Mel Kiper's mock draft 2.0.
2.0?
What the hell? That doesn't mean anything.
Hey, that's just like with CNN, who I remember 20 years ago, CNN would have the ticker for breaking news would pop up when actual breaking news was going on, and then I would say by 2009 or so or 2012, everything was breaking news.
I got you.
It's always breaking news ticker on CNN. I don't know what they got these days and if they're doing it still, but there was an era you put CNN on, it's breaking news. It's breaking news. Somebody clipped their toenail too short. Breaking news.
Breaking news. Our analyst said this.
Yes.
You can really spin it any way you want.
It just is. It's again, news sometimes can be sensationalized, and that does not, that sports news is not immune from that. It just isn't. But you know what we are also holding from immunity from? The get around. I need me some get around. I need some motion going with me on this Tuesday, so we'll get to that on the other side. That is C-Katt. I'm Theo Dorsey. We're Theoretically Speaking on ESPN 106.3.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. This is ESPN 106.3.
Hi, I'm Janice Ridenour from J. Zello & Associates. For nearly 30 years, my firm has worked alongside business owners and their teams, helping them truly understand QuickBooks with clear accounting guidance, proven workflows, and hands-on training. We offer customized QuickBooks Online training delivered in a supportive, judgment-free environment so you can learn at your pace. If you're stressed about your books, you don't have to be. Get trained, get confident, get it right. And when you need ongoing support or you'd rather have it done for you, our experienced team is here to help. Visit jzolo.com and schedule your free consultation today.
Hey, it's Tina. Okay, let's be real. When you need tires or a battery, you want someone you can actually trust, right? That's why I go to St. Lucie Battery and Tire. They've been keeping South Florida moving for over 50 years, and they're still family-owned. They've got all the big tire brands, plus batteries for pretty much everything. Their best price out the door guarantee means you know you're getting the best deal. So next time your car needs something, don't stress. Just go to St. Lucie Battery and Tire, slbt.com. Trust me, they've got you covered.
Business owners, are your employees driving you nuts? Is money tight? Or have you just poured your heart and soul into your business and now it's time to retire and just relax? At Transworld Business Advisors, they have buyers from all over the world ready to buy your business now. Call for a confidential conversation about your business's current value. 561-203-5121. That's 561-203-5121 or visit tworld.com today.
Hey, ref, time out, man. All right, team, we're only down by 5. We can still win this. Grab some water and get back out there. Whoa, not that water. You need Culligan water. With a free water test and advanced reverse osmosis purification system, Culligan helps reduce contaminants, delivering cleaner, safer, better tasting water. Enjoy 12 months interest-free. Schedule your free test today at Culligan.com. Serving all of South Florida, residential or commercial.
Hey, Culligan man!
Kaiser University's flagship campus, the 100-acre residential campus at 2600 North Military Trail in West Palm Beach, extends Kaiser University's educational offerings to over 100 degrees within the heart of South Florida. Kaiser University also has an athletic program with 27 national championships, including their 3rd championship in women's soccer. Visit KUCHawks.com for the latest on the championship athletic programs at Kaiser University.
College basketball is heating up and the tournament is almost here. Don't let your home get caught off guard. Get ready now with EDS Air Conditioning. Right now, qualified customers can get 0% interest for 60 months on a brand new AC. Hot streaks belong on the court, not in your living room. With over 800 Google reviews and a 4.8 star rating, EDS has been the trusted MVP since 2006. Visit EDSIsyes.com today. Stay cool and be ready before the madness hits.
What would you do with an extra $700? You can earn up to $700 per year with Boost Checking from Flagler Credit Union. Boost Checking pays 7.0 annual percentage yield on balances up to $10,000. That's up to $700 extra to do what you love. Boost Checking from Flagler Credit Union. Requirements apply to earn the highest dividend rates. Limit 1 checking account per membership. Dividend rates and annual percentage yield subject to change. Business accounts do not qualify. Insured by NCUA, official credit union of Florida Atlantic Athletics.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios, Theo Dorsey is theoretically speaking. Streaming live on YouTube, here's Theo Dorsey.
You know, we spend so much time talking about performance, what we eat, how we train, how we recover, even how our favorite players and teams are, quote unquote, performing. But do you ever think about how your home water system is performing? You should. And my friends at Culligan can help you today. They came out and did a free water test at my house. And let me tell you, I liked it. Super easy. And also, it really opened my eyes to what actually was in the water in my home. It's not something you think about. It's just like, oh, yeah, what's in my water? H2O. What's that stand for? I have no clue. I don't have a periodic table, pinned to my wall. But no, Culligan came to me and it was like, yeah, it's not just hydrogen and oxygen. It's actually all these pollutants. It's all of these issues, these pharmaceuticals, and these are things we can get out. Culligan showed me how they could get those things out of my water through their advanced filtration systems, and I bought in. You should as well. It is good for you. It's good for your community around you. It's good for your family. It's good for your health. With better water, you also use less of it during day-to-day action, so it's better for the environment. So check them out right now. You can get 12 months interest-free. 12 months interest-free with Culligan. They serve all of South Florida, residential or commercial. Schedule your free water test today at Culligan.com. Culligan Water. It's water you love. I like that. I like that a lot. I also like the get around. You got to know by now. What do you mean you don't know? This is how we get to all the hot topics all across the nation, all across the globe, in sports and beyond. And we start
Chi-Town. We're going to Chicago, Illinois, because we just have breaking news out of the NFL, and we mean it this time. This isn't breaking news that, you throw it around willy-nilly. Breaking news. The train got delayed. No, breaking news. A big piece of Caleb Williams' offensive line is no more. Bears Pro Bowl center Drew Dahlman informed the team that he is retiring from the NFL. Now, I don't know how much you know about the Bears offensive line, but I don't know much.
They're good. They were really good last year.
So it's like, is Dahlman 42 years old? Like, it's a long time coming. Is he going to be doing shots with Jason Kelce tomorrow night?
27.
He's 27 years old. He's retiring from the NFL.
After making a Pro Bowl at that. I'm glad he told them before the new league year. I'm glad he told them before free agency opened. I'm also glad he told them before the NFL draft, which, by the way, it's going to really impact my Bears mock draft that I'm working on. So
You're cooking up.
Glad that you notified me of this, recent development. It also informs what we're going to see the Bears do over this offseason. I don't understand this, though. Is this part of the whole football as a gladiator sport? People want to preserve their brains. Like, people are seeing what other football players have done over time to themselves and don't want to be in that sphere. I do wonder what this is. Maybe he decided enough is enough, playing in those trenches, suffering through all that wear and tear.
Yeah, we saw last year in Detroit, interdivision. Is it Joe Ragnow?
Yeah, Ragnow. Frank Ragnow.
Frank Ragnow also retired, offensive lineman, exceptionally early in his career, and then made an attempt to come back mid-season, but was medically not cleared to play. That's wild.
That was weird. That was very strange. He had the issue that he had medically was so severe that people were wondering how he didn't realize he had it. Mm-hmm. I forget what it was, but they were like, what the hell? It was like a third-degree sprain of something or tear. No, this was his first Pro Bowl. His first Pro Bowl year.
Went on top.
And he retired.
He was like, can't beat that.
Yeah, goes off into the sunset.
27 years old.
Yeah.
I'm 27 years old.
Yeah.
What if I said, you know what? That was it. I'm going to go to Key West and live in a hammock. I'm done with my career.
Well, I do consider you a Pro Bowl producer, so I liken this to Drew Dahlman, and you know what the nation would say?
What?
Who the hell is Drew Dahlman? Who the hell is C-Katt? The nation would say that, but the Bears really are going to miss him.
Next stop,
we're going to Scottsdale, Arizona.
Love it there.
We have some developing situations with the World Baseball Classic. That's where Team USA is getting ready, getting to ramp up. You've had a couple of scrimmages going on across, up the road, down the road. We're getting ready for the World Baseball Classic. Team USA is thinking title or bust. Who's their captain? Well, it's the captain.
Oh, my God.
It's Aaron Judge, of course.
Hold on a second. Can we get to the next?
We're going to the clubhouse where Aaron Judge had this to say, where he fired up Team USA.
Sacrifice for your family at home, you're sacrificing for your country, and you're sacrificing for the brothers in the trenches with you every single day. And that's one thing I want us to do, fellas. We're down, we're beat up a little bit, man. Bleed into each other, man. We're going to lay it all on the line. If we do that, we're bringing the goal home, man. I'm telling you.
Sacrificing for your brothers. Poetic, if I do say so myself, from Sir Aaron Judge.
What the hell are you sacrificing? In a fly ball? Is that what you're sacrificing? What the hell about baseball ever deserves a speech that talks about that level of sacrifice?
These guys are getting paid tens of millions of dollars to play for their Major League Baseball teams. And instead of getting ready for that MLB season, they are getting ready to sacrifice their time, their blood, sweat, and tears for Team USA.
Yeah, this is stolen valor, by the way. We cannot, especially not right now. There's real sacrifice going on right now in the world. And I get it. Everybody likes to liken sports to war and all of that. But I will say, of all of the sports, I damn sure bet not hear anybody in and around the game of baseball acting like that's war. That ain't war.
Okay. And no one's saying it's war.
That's what he made it seem like.
Well, Paul Skeens might disagree with you. Take a listen to what he had to say. He spent 2 years at Air Force, like the academy, played baseball there, and transferred to LSU and won a World Series at LSU. And Paul Skeens is going to be donning the red, white, and blue at the World Baseball Classic. He's a part of that star-studded rotation. Here's what he had to say about how important it was to play baseball for his country.
There was, a big part of me that was, fully intent on serving in the military, as a career after college. And so this is, it's not serving, but, this is a pretty close second.
He meant that too.
That is the word. The funniest part about that is he meant that with his soul. That's stolen valor a little bit, man. Here's the thing. If anybody is allowed to say that, though, it's somebody that actually at least went to a service academy. So I got to give him respect and say that at some point, Paul Skeens did have the intentions, at least it seemed, outside looking in. I don't know how big of a prospect he was at the time. He was ready to go. He was ready to rock until, what was it, the Padres?
The Pirates.
Pirates. Yeah, you see, I ain't been watching a lot of that baseball. Until the Pirates came calling. So I don't know, really LSU called first. Go Tigers. So I don't know, man. I don't know if you get to say that, but I have to, maybe somebody else with more credit around the armed forces could clue us in on if this is not very insane for him to say or not.
Is playing for the World Baseball Classic Team USA baseball team the second most important service to your country, second only to the military?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Here's the thing. And again, I will be the first to admit, with zero military credentials to my name, I am not the end-all be-all. If you disagree with me and you do got some of that military to your name, power to you. Thanks for the service. What I will say is that ain't even the most important sport to be sporting the American flag for. So it can't be second. At the very most, it's like fifth. But I got to think about the people that take care of veterans. I got to think about government workers that aren't necessarily military.
I think the USPS driver is serving the country a little bit more than Aaron Judge.
Yes. Yes. How about the postal workers that get the mail to the soldiers who aren't here?
I think line workers are much more important to our country, in general. A snowstorm comes through, and someone's got to go out and repair the electric lines.
As great as Paul Skeens is, he's just one man. And I will say, if he wasn't on this Team USA team, some people would be sad. He's the biggest pitcher in the sport, but things will go on.
I want to hear that one more time.
We would be perfectly fine.
There was, a big part of me that was, fully intent on serving in the military, as a career after college. And so this is, it's not serving, but, this is a pretty close second.
Pretty close. But definitive second.
At least
there's nothing between this and military that is serving.
It's ridiculous. But
pretty close.
I love it.
Pretty close is
it's kind of ridiculous. It's like if you're trying to choose between restaurants.
Exactly.
That's a pretty close second. Yeah, I wanted seafood, but Italian's a pretty close second. That's how he views serving in the Air Force. Especially right now,
first pitching about 24 innings against Japan, the Netherlands, and Costa Rica.
Do you think Paul Skeens, in all seriousness, do you think Paul Skeens is actually also aware of the current day things that Americans are actually there's some real stuff going on, Paul.
That's true, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Serving in the military has different meanings based on what year you say that.
We are in the middle of conflict right now. So Paul Skeens, if this 10 years ago, then maybe right now to say that is actually a little insane. But he meant it from his heart. So God bless him.
Do you think he meant it to slip out? He just kind of fell into a cliche?
He slowed his speech and he felt very intentional with that delivery. So he had time to change it if he did. there's a chance, as a person, we speak for a living, sometimes this happens. You do slip into a cliche, and it doesn't really communicate what you meant to.
He's a very patriotic guy, so it's very exciting to play for your country.
This is the best he can do, is what he's letting you know.
I think that's what he meant.
Yeah, this is all I got for y'all. Because I'm not doing that. There was a time that he wanted to do that. I'm not doing that anymore, but I'll play baseball for the country.
And like, that's the best I can do right now.
Best
that
I
can
can-
scratch that itch of serving the country.
Best I can do. And it's entertainment. So
we've
people
got one more.
entertainment. We're serving the country right now.
I guess, yeah.
It's pretty close second.
We're going to Miami Gardens, where there's a change of head coach. You got the guy from Green Bay, Jeff Hafley, in, trying to turn a new leaf on this franchise, trying to give Miami Dolphins fans a new chapter. And a lot of the reputation for the Miami Dolphins during the Mike McDaniel years were that they were soft, immature head coach, not tough enough. And we're fans. We're pontificators. We talk about these things and we make assumptions about things. But we weren't in those locker rooms when the Dolphins would lose or when the Dolphins would win. But this next guy was former Miami Dolphins running back Raheem Mostert, a bruising running back, had this to say about what went wrong during the Mike McDaniel years in Miami.
And I kind of feel bad for the players, just because, when you have a coach that is so, player friendly, it doesn't really mix all that well. Look at the coaching history, not just in the NFL, but, MLB, NBA, all these sports franchises, they have coaches that implement toughness, resilience, and that's something that he kind of missed the mark on in being a head coach.
Toughness, resilience. Raheem Mostert says Mike McDaniel missed the mark on it.
It's one thing for us to say it. It's another thing for former players to say it. It adds validity to it. And I have to – there's two things I can now assert from what Raheem Mostert is saying, who, by the way, Mike McDaniel helped him to a career year in Miami. So it's not like he's like some kind of like spurned former running back. Like he had like 20 touchdowns in a season, closing in on some records there. So I'm sure there's good blood, not bad blood between the two. Number one, the Dolphins were in fact soft, and that had a large part to do with the way in which Mike McDaniel led that team. That's clear at this point, and maybe Mike McDaniel needs to hear this from his former players. Number two, that is a man that is fully prepared for the broadcast booth.
Yeah.
He is going to be either an analyst or he's going to be doing digital content, or he might be I don't know what it's going to be, but that is a man that does no longer – he will not be putting another football helmet on like that Bears center. 33 years old, unrestricted free agent. He was with the Raiders last year, so he wouldn't be running his mouth like that about a divisional rival if he thought he'd be going back to the Raiders. Raheem Mostert's done. What a career.
Wow, I would not have pegged him to be 33 years old.
Yeah, he kind of got a late start.
I just remember him as a 49er. Wasn't he in that committee of running backs?
Yeah, he got a late start. He was in that committee of running backs where the 1 or 2 years he popped, by the way. You know who the run game coordinator was, or I think offensive coordinator for the Niners at that time?
Was it Mike McDaniel?
Mike McDaniel.
So Raheem Mostert owes him a lot.
That's like,
and I do want to add
him.
I want to add context to that specifically. He said he's a good, great coach, but as far as the head coach, this is what went wrong.
And it's probably true. And that's the truth about Mike McDaniel, which is why he's going to be a great offensive coordinator for the Los Angeles Chargers. Justin Herbert's likely going to have the most successful year of his career. And I do think that the Miami Dolphins, I talked about this before, and I guess it's kind of cheating now that he's with the Chargers. But before he even got fired, I said, who's going to win a playoff game first between the Dolphins and Mike McDaniel? It's going to be McDaniel, and it's going to be this year. And there's a good chance he gets a head coaching position and wins a playoff game before the Dolphins ever do. That's how far back the Dolphins are, a lot because of that Tua contract, and that's how good of an X's and O's coach I believe Mike McDaniel is.
Yeah, I don't know about those head coaching prospects. We might be looking at the Steve Spagnuolo of offense with Mike McDaniel.
But it's too early, though, is the issue. So Steve Spagnuolo got pigeonholed into that later in his career. You look at Raheem Morris with the Falcons. He got his first start with the Rams when he was super young. People thought he wasn't cut for it. Was a DC, bounced around the league, got another start with the Falcons. I think McDaniel, somebody's going to take a chance on him again, especially if he has that Chargers offense rolling.
But, like, McDaniel's not 19 years old where he'll mature and grow up. I feel like in terms of preaching toughness and resilience, that's who he is.
Yeah,
and I think
don't have to be, though.
Any franchise wants that as a quality of their head coach, and he clearly doesn't have it.
I think it hurt him more also because he was in Miami. Like, he was very player-friendly in Miami, and there were clear disciplinary issues. Like Vic Fangio, when he had the 1 year with the Dolphins and dipped, he talked about it. How it seemed like he thought there was a disciplinary issue with the play. He couldn't get them to listen and lock in, probably because the head coach was permitting things that he didn't want to happen. He left, he goes to the Eagles, he wins the Super Bowl as a DC.
So there is deep-seated, deep-rooted just behavioral issues that infect players that play football in Miami?
Well, there's a lot of temptation in Miami.
It's not Green Bay. Yeah, it's not.
Miami might not be the city for Mike McDaniel. And again, this is coming from players are the ones that said. Devon Achane was on, I think, the Monroe St. Brown Brothers podcast. And he talked about, it's how players catch the going out bug when they get to Miami and how there's a lot to do and they always out and kicking and whatnot. Like, there's a reason why the Miami Heat have their G League program in Sioux Falls and not in their backyard like a lot of teams do.
We're going to learn a lot because I kind of stumbled into that trying to find a counterpart to the opposite of the city of Miami, but another NFL market. Green Bay might be the polar opposite. It is like exact no distractions. Football. It's football and it's family and it's the brutal cold, the weather, toughness. It is entrenched in that franchise, whereas Miami is obviously reputationally not, and it's not just talk anymore. It's actual fact from players that played there. If Hafley and Eric Sullivan, their new head coach and new GM, who both came from Green Bay, get to Miami, and it doesn't work out for them in these first 5 years, you're kind of looking into a pit of despair if you're a Miami Dolphins fan. And you're thinking, like, is it just not possible?
I think it is possible, though, but I think you have to be more of a disciplinarian. I think you do have to be a bit more strict. You do have to set up more guardrails because there are less guardrails in Miami. I'm not saying – everybody thinks they're more disciplined than they actually are. You know what I'm saying? Like,
because they haven't been tested with true temptation?
Exactly. Joey Porter talked about it, former Steelers linebacker. When he got to Miami, he said he got soft. Whether it's the weather or the nightclub action and the leniency around the programs that they've had there, for some reason, this is coming from the mouth of the players. I'm just regurgitating it. Players get soft when they go to Miami. And players wanted more discipline out of Mike McDaniel, and they didn't get that. So I do wonder, I'm pretty sure John Eric Sullivan, Jeff Hafley, they are going to take all of this context and utilize it in the way in which they try to build these programs out. I think they're going to have success. I don't know how much success, but I do know that they're not going to be as lenient as Mike McDaniel was. Question is, can they be as creative as he was as an offensive play caller and as a schemer to actually like win football games? But they're not going to come in there and be lenient.
Maybe they don't have to be that creative. Because if you want to be kind of like Mike McDaniel, but you're not his brain and you don't have his tools, I think you're kind of going down the wrong path. I think you completely do the opposite, and he wants to build the team through the draft, not just try to turn what's already here into a diamond.
Yeah.
You build the franchise and the team and the culture based on toughness and resilience, everything that apparently Mike McDaniel didn't have. I don't think you need to mimic what he was doing offensively.
No, you don't. You don't necessarily have to do what he was doing offensively, but I do think you have to be good at whatever your job is. Play calling on both sides, building through the draft, all of that. You have to be good at your job. You can't just be disciplinarian. That sucks, That's more so what I meant.
Like, what's an offense in the NFL that you wouldn't consider creative, but you would consider effective?
Greg Roman has been known to have those kind of offenses.
To where it's like
he's going to be with your second team, the Giants, this year. They move the ball. They do very well. They're effective, not very creative. Not a very creative offense to a fault at times, and that's what held back Lamar Jackson at times and is likely going to hold back whoever the Giants have at quarterback over the next 3 or 4 years. He's a guy that's known for that. But again,
right.
It could work. It could work. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not even – well, ask Mike T or Cam Wolf those questions. Don't ask me those deep. intricate football question. Ask me about mock drafts. That's my expertise.
That's my sleepover question. Like I'm head on the pillow, looking at the ceiling.
What are some offenses? It's the happy hour on Theoretically Speaking on ESPN 106.3.
Anajar and Levine.
Call 1-800-7473. That's 1-800-747-3733.
ESPN 106.3.
WESP Jupiter, a Good Karma Brands radio station.
Today's tax tip is brought to you by Anshin Accountants and Advisors with Yair Holtzman, partner and leader of Anshin's Research and Development Tax Credits Group.
The One Big Beautiful Bill Act restored full expensing of domestic research and development expenditures, allowing businesses to deduct qualifying costs immediately or choose among different tax treatments. Beginning with tax years after December 31st, 2024, special elections for small businesses can be applied retroactively. At Anshin, a partner-owned firm since 1923, we help businesses develop a proactive tax plan, identify qualified activities and expenses, and optimize cash flow and tax benefits. If your business is investing in U.S.-based R&D and looking to maximize incentives while remaining compliant with tax law, let Anshin deliver value where others can't.
For more tax tips from Anshin, visit Anshin.com. That's ANCHIN.com. Anshin Accountants and Advisors, helping you recalculate what's possible.
College basketball is heating up and the tournament is almost here. Don't let your home get caught off guard. Get ready now with EDS Air Conditioning. Right now, qualified customers can get 0% interest for 60 months on a brand new AC. Hot streaks belong on the court, not in your living room. With over 800 Google reviews and a 4.8 star rating, EDS has been the trusted MVP since 2006. Visit EDSIsyes.com today. Stay cool and be ready before the madness hits.
At St. Lucie Battery and Tire, batteries came before tires. We've been selling and servicing all types of batteries for over 50 years. So when you need a battery for nearly anything, we have it, as well as the fast professional installation you need. We carry premium batteries for all your needs: automotive, commercial, marine, RV, and specialty. We also offer delivery and on-site installation, serving our customers quality products for over 50 years in the home of honest, reliable service. Go to slbt.com and book your next appointment.
Want to accelerate your career as a manager or executive in the exciting industry of sports? Florida Atlantic University's MBA in Sport Management program is ranked #1 in Florida and 10th in the world. Students learn practical and applied skills from top faculty and experts who work in the industry. With a 94% placement rate for all grads, the full-time MBA program sets students up for success in the world of sports. Check out Florida Atlantic University's MBA in Sport Management program today by going to business.fau.edu.
Ready to take on any terrain? The all-new 2026 Defender 110 P300S is here. Built for those who crave adventure without compromising on luxury. Lease the powerful 2026 Defender 110 P300S for just $899 per month for 36 months. Whether you're tackling the toughest roads or cruising the city, the Defender is ready for it all. Don't wait. Visit Land Rover Palm Beach today and experience the Defender like never before. Terms and conditions apply. See dealer for details.
ESPN 106.3 is your home for live sports, presented by Hard Rock Bet, the home of Inter Miami, the Florida Panthers, and the Miami Heat, with all of the biggest live events in sports. If it's happening in sports, it's happening right here on ESPN 106.3, South Florida's home for sports, presented by Hard Rock Bet. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida, must be 21 plus, physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. If you or somebody you know has a gambling problem, please call 1-833-PLAY-WISE.
Hey, ref, time out, man. All right, team, we're only down by 5. We can still win this. Grab some water and get back out there. Whoa, not that water. You need Culligan water. With a free water test and advanced reverse osmosis purification system, Culligan helps reduce contaminants, delivering cleaner, safer, better tasting water. Enjoy 12 months interest-free. Schedule your free test today at Culligan.com, serving all of South Florida, residential or commercial.
Hey, Culligan man!
The crack of the bat, the pop of the glove, and the buzz of a new baseball season is back in South Florida. New York Mets spring training in Port St. Lucie is the hottest show in town. This February and March, watch as the game's biggest stars, Juan Soto, Francisco Lindor, and Bo Bichette, hone their skills at Clover Park. Tickets to all spring training games are on sale now at Mets.com/springtraining. Get ready, baseball fans. Spring training is here and the road to the season starts now. Let's go Mets.
Prizes, flyaways, even
Cash money. You want it? We've got it. Find a list of all contests and official rules by visiting ESPNWestPalmContests.com. That's ESPNWestPalmContests.com.
Does your business leave a lasting impression? Attractive, eye-catching signs help you stand out from the crowd and create a strong brand identity. Our team at Signorama West Palm are experts in helping your business get noticed and get effective signage in front of your potential customers. Our team can turn your blank windows or plain vehicles into money-making branding machines by drawing customers' attention to your business. So if you're looking to leave that lasting impression, call us 561-687-7993 or visit SignoramawPB.com.
At St. Lucie Battery and Tire, batteries came before tires. We've been selling and servicing all types of batteries for over 50 years. So when you need a battery for nearly anything, we have it, as well as the fast, professional installation you need. We carry premium batteries for all your needs: automotive, commercial, marine, RV, and specialty. We also offer delivery and on-site installation, serving our customers quality products for over 50 years in the home of honest, reliable service. Go to slbt.com and book your next appointment.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios, Theo Dorsey is theoretically speaking. Streaming live on YouTube, here's Theo Dorsey.
Why is the Miami Heat culture so different from the Miami Dolphins culture? Because Chris Greer ain't Pat Riley. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's only one Godfather out there that's able to do the kind of things that he was able to do out there in South Florida at the Kaseya Center. You can't put that kind of expectations on the Dolphins. Just try to get them to catch up to the Miami Hurricanes, if you will. Theoretically speaking, it is a Top 5 Tuesday, and I appreciate the comment from the Matt Man in the YouTube chat at ESPN South Florida. C-Katt's on the other side of the glass on the ones and twos, and in comes Tina for the happy hour.
Hi there.
We thought that we both paused for the applause.
You can touch the applause. If you want the applause, you can give the applause.
It looked I saw a bit of a little bit of motion from your arm, and I didn't want to double punch it.
Okay.
As we enter the happy hour here on Theoretically Speaking, I would love to take a toast to the fact that the Heat, despite them being a perennial play-in team, they do have culture. So let's toast to that with the cocktail of the day, Tina.
Well, speaking of the Heat, this is a cocktail because we are in the madness of March.
Type.
And this is called the Bracket Buster.
Give it to us. Give it to us, man.
You've got bourbon, fresh lemon juice, honey syrup, ginger liqueur, Angostura bitters, ginger beer to top.
Oh, yeah.
And then a lemon wheel and a mint sprig.
I need it.
Sounds kind of good.
I need it. That is a perfectly crafted cocktail. The Bracket Buster.
The Bracket Buster.
It's really good. I wonder if it's bad luck to drink that after you fill out your bracket and you're sitting at a sports bar. It's like the Bracket Buster. You don't want that to happen.
Oh, bad omen. Yeah. I think you drink it to commiserate.
Oh, after
once your bracket's busted.
Yes.
Well, at least I have this. Clink, clink.
Yeah.
Well, at least we have St. Lucie Battery and Tire.
Yes, they have saved me and Sally the Sonata. I've had a dead battery.
Wow.
St. Lucie Battery and Tire. Got us all working. I needed new tires. Got brand new tires. I had a nail in my tire. I didn't actually I was walking to my car and I saw the nail in my tire. It didn't puncture it, but I called them up and I was like, hey, can I come in, get this looked at? You know, I just got new tires. They're like, bring Sally Girl in. We'll take care of you. They checked it out. I got a replacement. They're always looking out for me. SLBT, whether it's maintenance, batteries, tires, they can do it all for you. Trust the experts at St. Lucie Battery and Tire.
They don't.
What?
They don't call it Sally Girl.
No, they don't, but
Okay.
I wish they did.
Okay. Just making
Maybe
sure.
if I say it enough,
Right.
they'll be like, Sally's coming in today, and they'll know. I go to the same location.
Yeah. No, I'm not saying
Blue
that
Hair
they
in the
wouldn't.
military. They
I
know
was,
me.
I was just curious. I thought maybe there was a chance because you do go there so often.
Yeah, I know.
And those are your people. I thought there's a chance that they did call it Sally Girl.
They should add maybe on like a form you fill out, like a client
Yeah.
form, like name of your car.
Car's name.
I stopped naming my car after my first one died.
Oh, because you were sad?
You can't get attached to these things, man.
Yeah.
Like my Catmobile perished driving home from college. And I was like, well, that hurt a lot. and now I just have a red sedan.
You could have did the Catmobile 2.0. You know what I'm saying?
No, but the reason it was called the Catmobile is because the guy bought it off of Facebook Marketplace, replaced the Ford emblem on the front with a Batman logo.
That's pretty impressive,
right?
You should have kept that going throughout your life.
No,
just replace every emblem.
I only named my last 2 cars. I didn't name my first car.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know why.
Why not? Oh, you said you don't know why.
Probably
I
saw
don't
a
know why.
TikTok trend. And was
Yeah,
like,
I was about to
"Ooh."
say, you were influenced. You saw somebody else do it. You were like, all right.
I want that.
You know, I was supposed to do that.
Maybe because there's probably just friends around me, because I'm thinking of one of our teammates here, Courtney Rukoff, who has named our station vehicle.
Mm-hmm.
And every time we've had a station vehicle, she's like come up with a new name for it. And I feel like just the last 2 cars, she was in my life. And so she influenced me to name my cars.
Now it's an expectation. I see.
Yeah.
I like that turn of phrase. She was in my life.
Yeah. She was in my life and when I got my first car or the car I got after that. And so the past 2.
In my life.
How much do you think the Dolphins would pay to have Pat Riley run their team?
To have Pat Riley in their life?
Yes.
I like that.
Like, just to be like, I know
Something
you don't
intimate
really
about
know
that.
anything about X's and O's, but like, Pat, come on over, different side of town. Can you fix this at all, please?
He would do
we want
well. He would do well. And you know what? Look at Michael Jordan with 23-11 in NASCAR. Stunk at basketball. Great at race car decisions, apparently, because Tyler Reddick won not 1, not 2, but all 3 of them things to start off the Cup Series. And if you're watching us on YouTube at ESPN South Florida, you'll see Michael Jeffrey Jordan. I mean, he probably hasn't celebrated like that outside of a golf course since the 98 finals. Like, he's probably not been that happy since he didn't push off.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I don't know anything about NASCAR, like, at all. I went to, like, Dover once, and that was pretty cool.
Nice.
But, like, it seems like he's doing well, right? And he loves it.
It's awesome. Well, it's great for me because the only NASCAR team I know about is Team Jordan. It's not just because it's Michael Jordan, but I have a buddy that works in communications for them, and that's why I was able to go and visit their location in Charlotte and see a lot of the things behind the scenes. And I got a great appreciation for them, for all of the members of their team. And I love the fact that, like, he is so in on this. Like, NASCAR is this thing. Tina, have you been aware of this? Like, Michael Jordan is NASCAR guy now. All in.
I know that he had a team.
Yeah.
But I didn't look into really how much he was into it.
He owns a team along with Denny Hamlin, I believe.
Denny Hamlin's a part of it, I'm pretty sure.
They're both part owners. That's why it's 23-11. And he is so, like, he's there often. And he's at the races. And he's, like, again, at Victory Lane, celebrating with his guy, popping champagne bottles over this stuff. Like, he loves this. And you got to imagine that this is all the much more fulfilling for Michael Jordan because he had 13 years as the majority owner of the Charlotte Hornets, where his biggest achievement was bringing the All-Star game to Charlotte. And maybe drafting Kemba Walker? Like, I don't know. Like, what did he do well with the Hornets?
Not much.
Nothing. They stunk.
And what's he doing well for NBC right now as their blockbuster offseason broadcast acquisition? Zilch Zada Zero. Now, like, that just ended. Mike Tirico did a 1 sit-down interview at Michael Jordan's estate up the road, and that's all we got. That was the biggest sham of all time.
It was.
And did you know
I loved
that
it, though. I loved it, the first couple of ones.
Michael Jordan has spent more time televised on Fox than NBC because of NASCAR and how good he's done there? He's gotten more TV time with Fox Sports, who does broadcast NASCAR, than NBC, who employs Michael Jordan to talk basketball on NBA on NBC.
NBC does have NASCAR broadcast too.
Yeah, they do, I guess. Sure.
Some. I don't know. They both. They share. I don't know. I don't know the split these days in broadcast. I know NBC used to have a lot of it. I don't know what the splits are now.
But he just doesn't. They're not airing that stuff anymore because they ran out.
They ran out of stuff.
When they made that block, like, it was a big deal. We talked a lot about how Michael Jordan coming soon to NBA on NBC. We thought that he was going to be on the desk like we have inside the NBA and instant reaction to what's happening, or maybe to the league as a whole. And we just pretty much had the audio book of, what was his 30 for 30 called again?
The Last Dance.
We just had that verbalized a little bit.
What a moment in time The Last Dance was.
And we just had him re-say it in his own words a couple times, and they ran out of juice already.
What is it going to take for us to have I don't even want to know what it would take for us to have another, like, moment in time where we're all sit still and we're all, like, collectively watching the same thing that's not the Super Bowl. Because that's what The Last Dance was.
Yeah, that was The Last Dance. Game of Thrones got that for a little bit.
I never watched
at the tail end.
Did you watch Game of Thrones?
I did.
You did?
Yeah, like by the final season, that's when I caught up. So I was able to watch the final season of Game of Thrones with everybody else when it got released on Sunday nights. It's difficult with episodes of television being released digitally and watch on your own time than actually broadcast in real time. So like sports. Sports is the only real-time watching experience we have these days.
And also, because I don't know if we ever have something like that again in sports because we have such a oversaturation of the great athletes of this time that we know everything. We know all of it. They didn't know as much about Michael Jordan. So it captivated both generations, the one that didn't experience Jordan's prime and the one that did, because they were there was nostalgia wrapped up in it. And it also was like, there hasn't been a Michael Jordan podcast over the past 10 years.
Okay.
Doesn't talk much.
So you're asking what is a non-live sports event that'll captivate viewers?
Yeah.
All together at the same time and we tune in to watch it? It'd be difficult. I don't know.
I think it would have to be like something like what happened on January 6th. It's the only other time I could think of something that it's a bad thing, but I'm just saying like everybody was watching that.
I was picking up my dog from the daycare, driving up and down Oklahoma. I was completely lost. I got a bagel and just sat down and the TV was on. Like, oh shit.
It lasted so long too. Like that was the thing. It was like, is this still going on?
Yeah, I guess.
I'm just saying like it has to be something. What is a positive thing that has happened that has captivated the nation outside of a live sporting event?
Positive thing. We got to go to Mars, man. Me and Colin Russo talked about this a couple of weeks ago.
Are you trying to smoke something with us? Or you?
What do you mean? Is that a phrase? Like go to Mars?
I don't know. I'm asking you.
No, no, I'm not. I think America needs to go to Mars.
Oh,
that'd be a big television event. Yes, it was
I
massive. When we went to the moon for the first time, people were rolling TVs into classrooms. Like, I want that to happen. That's a positive thing. If we conquered another frontier.
Yeah, TVs back then?
Yeah.
69?
People dissect that footage left and right about whether or not it was real.
You're right, yeah. I'm just saying, like, they had TVs in the classrooms. Like, I know they had the big booty TVs, but I didn't know they had them, like, able to wheel out.
Yeah, it was that big of a deal.
Oh.
If you're someone that was in school when we landed on the moon for the first time.
What was that like? Yeah. 888-760-3776. And we will not call you. We would not say anything about how old you are. But if you were in school when the moon landing happened, we won't say what year it was. 888-760-3776. I don't want to date the good people, theoretically speaking, but I am curious if something like that happened again, is it going to stop time? And we're all going to just be encapsulated by it. 888-760-3776. Hit us up on the Baptist Health Hotline.
Yeah. A different, planet? That'd be sick. That'd be incredible.
I ain't gonna lie.
You wouldn't stop what you're doing?
To watch us land on Mars?
Yeah.
I'd watch it back later.
I was about to say, like,
catch it on demand.
It had to be really convenient. It would have to be like, I would have to be at home, glass of wine in hand, chilling. Something just came off TV.
Yeah.
People are buzzing my line. Are you seeing this? Are you seeing this, Theo?
Come on. That'd be incredible.
It's not a lot. It's not
we
a lot
have
of
a big
things
population problem in this world, and if we had another planet to be able to put people, or maybe if our Earth goes bad, have another place to have refuge.
If or when?
Man, you're not getting a ticket. Like, I'm going to gatekeep you off of
I don't
Mars.
want to go to Mars.
When it's normal, when we're in our 60s and 70s, and it's like, I'll take a day trip up to Mars, there and back,
For the people that watched it happen in 1969, yeah, they haven't been to the moon, C-Katt.
Okay.
So
the moon is not fit for human life, Theo. Mars might
be. I don't know.
There might be components to be able to sustain human life.
All right. Question.
Yes. Answer.
Nice. Answer. Tina?
Sure.
All right.
I'm guaranteeing an answer.
Okay. C-Katt's guaranteeing an answer. Can I get a guarantee out of Tina?
Yes.
All right. If somebody offered you what do you call it? The what voyage? The something voyage. The Genesis voyage? That's not it.
I'm not helping you.
The first voyage. There's a word for it.
I got.
If somebody offered you the first voyage onto Mars.
Yes, I'm going. Yes. I'm stiff-arming women and children out of the way to get on that flight first.
All right, Tina?
No way.
Thank you.
I'm not doing that.
Thank you.
Kidding
That
me?
is the only right answer. I'm not going on that thing. What are you going to get from that?
To be the first person ever to step on Mars?
They're not going to let you step on it first.
To be the first person to colonize Mars?
You're not
Yeah.
gonna colonize it. He's going to bring you up there. You get to
Put a
touch ground.
mailbox right there. Bang.
What
This
makes you
is
think you'd
mine.
be first? The astronaut will be first. You
Okay,
wouldn't be Neil.
fine. I'll be
You'll
the first civilian to touch foot on Mars.
There'll
Like-
be other civilians. They're not
like-
going to just pick you.
I
You know,
know.
it's like
Whenever I
you're
get
great,
off a
you're a big
flight,
deal.
I don't stand up as soon as the seatbelt light turns off, but I would do it for this. if I'm in row 11C, I'm going to go for my aisle seat because I wanted to see what it looks like to land. That'd be pretty cool. And I would jump over the people that were on the middle seat and the aisle, and then I'd shimmy up. I would only bring a personal item.
Yeah.
It'd be a string bag on my person, so I wouldn't have to go into the overhead luggage compartment.
Thought about
and
this.
I would slide on through, and I would be the first civilian on Mars.
Do you not think that would cause some kind of civil, disruption?
Once I'm there, what are you going to do about it?
There's going to be a flight marshal on this Mars trip, I'm sure.
You know what? I'll talk with them beforehand.
You could be the
Create a
first
connection.
person to get off on Mars.
To get zip tied.
You're creating a lot of firsts here.
See, you wanted to be first and now you're last. Did you learn your lesson? Well, I'm sitting with my hands behind my back while everyone else passes
So
and touches
embarrassing.
foot on Mars.
That would be so embarrassing. What, man, like, what if you, you were the first, you're supposed to just be the first civilian, you're right behind the astronaut who's going to be the first person.
Yeah.
And then you just, last second, just go, scoop, push him out of the way and jump out there and be
Wow,
first.
exactly. My
What are you gonna do
footprint
now?
is there first.
Yeah, he's like,
exactly.
"Oh, you're
That'd
gonna
be
lie?"
awesome. Now I'm immortalized.
Because if you lie about it, I'll be the one to tell,
Oh, no. They'll be televised.
You're right. So
People
we'll
will
see,
see this happen.
But then they might also see some bad things happen to you.
I'll be like Space's first Steve Bartman from the Chicago Cubs, where a lot of people hated him. He had to go into hiding.
I don't think people would hate you. I think people would celebrate you.
They'd admire me pushing an astronaut out of the way in order to be the first person on Mars.
Depends on who the astronaut is. If it's a woman, you'll get in trouble.
Okay.
I think that if
All right, what if it's like a soft push?
it's Women's History Month.
It's like a push that you're like, all right, you're being dramatic.
No, it just would be something. It's something about you stealing that moment from a woman. It would. I'm be honest with you, C-Katt. It would have to be a white man.
No.
It would have to be.
I could push a black guy to the side. Come on. I think you're being a little sensitive.
I'm not the one being sensitive. I would celebrate. I'd be like, man, my dude C-Katt did it.
See, that's the problem.
Unless I know the black dude, then I'll be mad. I'll be like, man, come on, that was my guy.
Like, and then we can go around the color wheel, and then you get in trouble right now.
That's
like,
true.
Where do I get to where it's like, okay?
No, I'm
But
just
only-
saying.
No.
I'm saying it. But to keep yourself safe, I'm not saying. First of all, you're gonna get ostracized by a certain group of anybody if you do this at all, right? There's people that just have good manners. They're not gonna like this.
Mm-hmm.
But if you want to stay as safe as possible, you have to make sure that the astronaut. Like for me, I would. The least amount of trouble I get into is if it's a black dude.
Oh, I got you.
If I push a white dude to the side,
there's no possible
trust me.
ulterior motives
Yeah,
about
no, no.
our shove. It's only in the name of space exploration.
I would not be able to touch back down in Palm Beach County. Now, imagine that. If I stole that moment
No.
from a Palm Beach Islander or something that was supposed to go first, they'd be like, dude.
My shove would not discriminate.
It's just whoever's in front of you.
Yeah.
I'm
If
just
you
saying,
happen to
it's
be that
optics.
astronaut,
It's optics, though.
that's okay. I'll say that's a you problem. Why'd you take it that way? Maybe you should self-examine it yourself.
Yeah, but that's not the court of public opinion. Tina, come on. You know it looked terrible. If C-Katt pushed a woman out of the way, first astronaut to touch down on Mars, and
And we're
C-Katt.
talking push. I mean, it's not like I laid a crackback
You
block.
said you'd stiff arm children
said
and
you-
women to get on it.
Metaphorically.
I
I
think-
would definitely, it would be,
It wouldn't be assault level push.
I'm thinking like a screen in the NBA.
Okay.
Like I'm in between them and where they want to go, but I'm not initiating the contact.
You would scoot them out of the way. You would
Exactly.
box them out on.
Mhm. They would not be able to get around me.
Okay.
I'd widen my base.
Okay. Is that
I would use my physical presence to prevent them from being first on Mars. I would get on first on Mars because I thought of this first.
I think you have now done enough damage to your reputation that they would never
No way.
invite you on this
You
exploration.
think I'm on the no-fly list for Mars
Yeah,
already?
I think so.
No.
There's a lot of people like this is a global show.
See, you got these rich people that are going to just buy their way onto that.
Oh,
maiden-
totally.
You're
Yeah,
thinking of the maiden voyage.
Maiden. See, so when I was trying to come up with it, you had nothing for me. Now all of a sudden, C-Katt is Mr. Thesaurus.
Yeah, I had it too. I just didn't want to tell you.
Why?
No, I didn't. The maiden voyage of Mars is going to be filled with Katy Perry and the other woman that Katy Perry went to Mars with.
Lady Gaga.
No,
I don't
she's
think
not.
so.
Oh, wasn't it Gayle King?
Yes, it was Gayle King.
Yes.
What the hell? That was such a random.
Exactly.
Random crew.
It's going to be the glam, the flashy, the rich and famous.
Gonna be a Real Housewife on there with y'all.
But it's going to be C-Katt who earned his way on that flight
by doing what?
by wanting it more than the next man or woman.
What were you willing to do?
whatever it takes. What they wouldn't be willing to do. That's what I would be willing to do, Theo, to be on the maiden voyage to Mars. Right up the road.
Where did you guys
Space
create
Coast
this
is
dude?
right there.
You're from upstate New York? Is that where you were created?
No. Maryland.
You were created.
Just because I'm a go-getter? Is that what you're criticizing right now? Chastising me for wanting to be on the maiden voyage to Mars and then not only be on that flight, but be first off the flight?
Oh, I love your dreams, and like
Yeah.
I love that you've thought about this so much, but you're
Clearly.
not stepping out first.
You're not going to step out
You're
first. You won't be
not.
invited. This is public. This is like a radio station. We're on the ESPN app, ESPN South Florida app. There's a lot of smart speakers playing ESPN 106.3, and we're on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, all those places.
I think Elon would respect my drive.
You think he'd be the one pushing the buttons? I guess he might be.
I think Elon in this situation, if he is the first, it's either
he'll be on
him
there. I
or it's
forgot.
like Space Force might have a say, and then NASA's still kicking. Like they still
got the.
I think there's like still a department about Mars.
I learned where the third major hub for NASA was. My whole life, I've only known about the obvious ones in
Houston?
Kennedy, Houston, and then
Cape
what is it,
Canaveral?
Orlando, like near Orlando, Cape
Mhm.
Canaveral. There's a third one, and they don't launch spaceships. I guess that's why they don't get enough pub.
It's like an annex office space.
Yeah, Huntsville, Alabama.
Oh. I thought you were about to say like Jupiter, Florida or something.
No.
Oh, God. I thought this was going to be like local.
No, Huntsville, Alabama.
Okay.
That is the third. Like that is a lot. There's a lot of astronauts and stuff there. Like a lot of scientists there. If you ever find yourself in Huntsville, Alabama, you might be, bumping elbows at the urinal with a multi-million-dollar astronaut or something. Just something to remember. But I am still waiting on that call to find out what it was like in 1969 in a third grade art class, as you were in the midst of painting some kind of, something terrible that your parents are going to fake hang up for a couple of weeks on the fridge and throw it down. And then your teacher rolled y'all all into a room, pulled out the TV, and showed y'all the moon landing.
Exactly.
What was that like?
So if you guys
What was that
knew
like?
I was in the Mars maiden voyage, you still wouldn't like put down what you were doing and turn the TV on to watch me
Yeah, if
step
you were
off?
on
If you were on
Yeah.
it, yes.
All right, good.
I would have to know somebody on it to care as much.
I decided to look up, which I wonder if C-Katt has, like the application questions to go to Mars.
Yeah.
Have you looked this up, C-Katt, so you could prepare?
Yeah, but out of curiosity, what does it say for our audience?
Well, it just says it would focus on psychological resilience, technical expertise, and adaptability to extreme isolated environments.
Okay.
How's your technical expertise?
Doing this, aren't I?
That's true.
He
That's
is
true.
doing
That's
this.
that's a good one.
I mean, the ones and twos don't run themselves.
Isolation.
I have 8 screens in front of me. Isolation, I'm the only one in this room.
It's the cat cave.
Mm-hmm.
Resolve conflict in tight spaces.
Come on. That's my middle name.
No, it's not.
Tight spaces?
Or conflict in like time space?
Tight
Tight
spaces.
spaces.
Right, but what does that mean?
Like,
Like, am I fighting in a phone booth?
Like you are already wanting to like step over children
Yes.
and on them to get to the front, and it's very tight. Like you're gonna have some issues.
It's one
if
thing
that
to resolve
happens.
like conflicts in a huge, massive, wide open room. That's easy.
All right, so like someone farts in an elevator, is that a conflict in a
That
tight
would-
space?
I would consider that. Yeah. Hell
Okay.
yeah. How would you handle that? This is for your application to Mars.
Ew. I just get it. Who did that?
What?
Yeah. I don't know. TBD. I'll work on my conflict resolution in tight spaces.
Okay.
You gotta start working on that. That's
So it's like is that
paramount.
combating claustrophobia or something?
I don't know.
Like, oh, I'm freaking out. Oh.
It's up for interpretation. You will be bombing your interview right now. By the way. Yeah.
No, I'm learning that
You're asking-
I know my inefficiencies and I have time to improve and be who you need me to be. What website is
We
this?
need naturals.
I'll send it to you. There's a lot of questions here which
We
we
need
could
nas-
maybe go over later.
Is this SpaceX or is this NASA?
We don't need people working on themselves. We need naturals. We need people that have got themselves together. We want to
NASA?
sharpen your strengths.
Mars, YouTube, NASA.
The planet Mars has their own.
Yeah.
All right.
They've been working on. They've been waiting on you. Hit us on the Baptist Health Hotline if you can retell us what it was like to be in that classroom with your bifocals on, with your overalls on, watching them wheel in that big booty TV and the moon landing happening 1969. Let us know. 888-760-3776. Hit us up on the Baptist Health Hotline. 888-760-3776. The Baptist Health Hotline. Welcome to Pro Level Orthopedic Care at Baptist Health. If an injury is keeping you from what you love, our expert team is right here to get you back in the game. Welcome to being treated like a pro. It's not just a motto, it means something to Baptist Health Orthopedic Care because they are trusted by the pros, and they're also ready for you, no matter if you're a pro or not, because everybody deserves that pro-level care. Visit baptisthealth.net/ortho to learn more. It's baptisthealth.net/ortho. Welcome to being treated like a pro. 888-760-3776. 888-760-3776. Let us know. All right? I know you. Don't be ashamed. Don't be ashamed. I know exactly what those TVs look like, too. A lot of museums are lining up those big booty TVs and putting displays together on them. It's like a thing now with VCRs and stuff.
In Oklahoma, I went to a speakeasy that had a bunch of movies on those TVs.
Yeah.
Like really fat-backed TVs that
BBL
were small.
TVs, yeah.
It was incredible. It was my favorite speakeasy I've ever been to.
Yeah, it's an artsy thing to do these days.
I feel like speakeasies these days are just, no, they're not. They're like $25 for your drink, and it's too strong.
You got to go to the right one. You got to go to the right one.
I need like a password to get to a speakeasy. I need to knock 4 times.
They are too easy
and then
to get
cough.
Into. Okay.
I want a bookshelf that turns into a door. That's
Those
what
are
I
better.
want in my speakeasy.
Those are better. Those are nice.
Yes, I want that.
Yes, those are better.
There's one in a hotel room, I think, in
Out here?
South Florida. Yeah.
I went to recently, I can't remember what city it was in, but there was recently a hotel I stayed in that I love, Scottsdale. They had a speakeasy in the hotel that literally had to move a bookshelf. It was amazing.
That's cool.
But theoretically speaking on ESPN 106.3.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. This is ESPN 106.3.
Hi, I'm Janice Ridenour from J. Zello & Associates. For nearly 30 years, my firm has worked alongside business owners and their teams, helping them truly understand QuickBooks with clear accounting guidance, proven workflows, and hands-on training. We offer customized QuickBooks Online training delivered in a supportive, judgment-free environment so you can learn at your pace. If you're stressed about your books, you don't have to be. Get trained, get confident, get it right. And when you need ongoing support or you'd rather have it done for you, our experienced team is here to help. Visit jzolo.com and schedule your free consultation today.
Want to accelerate your career as a manager or executive in the exciting industry of sports? Florida Atlantic University's MBA in Sport Management program is ranked #1 in Florida and 10th in the world. Students learn practical and applied skills from top faculty and experts who work in the industry. With a 94% placement rate for all grads, the full-time MBA program sets students up for success in the world of sports. Check out Florida Atlantic University's MBA in Sport Management program today by going to business.fau.edu.
At HSS, movement is their specialty. Their team of experts provide personalized treatment options backed by over 160 years of orthopedic expertise. Whether you need advanced non-surgical solutions, surgical care, or comprehensive rehabilitation, HSS Florida delivers the exceptional quality care you expect from HSS, the nation's #1 in orthopedics. With 3 locations in West Palm Beach, Wellington, and now Jupiter, expert care has never been closer to home. Choose better, move better. Learn more at hss.edu/Florida.
What would you do with an extra $700? You can earn up to $700 per year with Boost Checking from Flagler Credit Union. Boost Checking pays 7.0 annual percentage yield on balances up to $10,000. That's up to $700 extra to do what you love. Boost Checking from Flagler Credit Union. Requirements apply to earn the highest dividend rates. Limit 1 checking account per membership. Dividend rates and annual percentage yield subject to change. Business accounts do not qualify. Insured by NCUA, official credit union of Florida Atlantic Athletics.
College basketball is heating up and the tournament is almost here. Don't let your home get caught off guard. Get ready now with EDS Air Conditioning. Right now, qualified customers can get 0% interest for 60 months on a brand new AC. Hot streaks belong on the court, not in your living room. With over 800 Google reviews and a 4.8 star rating, EDS has been the trusted MVP since 2006. Visit EDSIsyes.com today. Stay cool and be ready before the madness hits.
Today's tax tip is brought to you by Anshin Accountants and Advisors with George Teixeira, partner and practice leader of Anshin's Financial Services Group.
When launching a private investment fund, proper structuring could mean the difference between high tax bills and smart tax savings. The new One Big Beautiful Bill Act permanently extends the 20% deduction on qualified business income, makes favorable changes to exclusions of gains of qualified small business stock, and brings back full expensing on capital investments. For fund managers, this means new opportunities to reduce taxable income and improve cash flow. At Anshin, a partner-owned firm since 1923, we specialize in building tax-efficient structures that help funds and their investors make the right decisions today for greater success tomorrow. If you are launching a fund in this new environment, let Anshin deliver value where others can't.
For more tax tips from Anshin, visit Anshin.com. That's ANCHIN.com. Anshin Accountants and Advisors, helping you recalculate what's possible.
At St. Lucie Battery and Tire, batteries came before tires. We've been selling and servicing all types of batteries for over 50 years. So when you need a battery for nearly anything, we have it, as well as the fast professional installation you need. We carry premium batteries for all your needs: automotive, commercial, marine, RV, and specialty. We also offer delivery and on-site installation, serving our customers quality products for over 50 years in the home of honest, reliable service. Go to slbt.com and book your next appointment.
Ready to take on any terrain? The all-new 2026 Defender 110 P300S is here. Built for those who crave adventure without compromising on luxury. Lease the powerful 2026 Defender 110 P300S for just $899 per month for 36 months. Whether you're tackling the toughest roads or cruising the city, the Defender is ready for it all. Don't wait. Visit Land Rover Palm Beach today and experience the Defender like never before. Terms and conditions apply. See dealer for details.
Want to accelerate your career as a manager or executive in the exciting industry of sports? Florida Atlantic University's MBA in Sport Management program is ranked #1 in Florida and 10th in the world. Students learn practical and applied skills from top faculty and experts who work in the industry. With a 94% placement rate for all grads, the full-time MBA program sets students up for success in the world of sports. Check out Florida Atlantic University's MBA in Sport Management program today by going to business.fau.edu.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios, Theo Dorsey is theoretically speaking. Streaming live on YouTube, here's Theo Dorsey.
We've been moving and grooving. Top 5 Tuesday, March the 3rd, here on Theoretically Speaking in the happy hour. The happy hour.
Did you know today is the anniversary of ESPN West Palm?
Wow.
23 years.
23 of them things. March 3rd of 2003.
Yes.
There we go. I got it. I got there eventually. So ESPN West Palm was here before Dwayne Wade was here, before the 03 draft. Evan Cohen was here. That's why we sit in the Evan Cohen studios, not the Dwayne Wayne studios. Because he was here. He was the one that welcomed Wade in to his Heat uniform. That's pretty special. What are we doing to celebrate?
We got to wait till 25.
Post.
Oh, okay. We had a big 20-year celebration 3 years ago.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
So, like, are we doing 25, 30? Is that the next big celebration?
It's hard to tell. What did y'all do before 20? Do you know?
I wasn't.
They didn't do a 15? Maybe they did a 10-piece?
No.
They got to have done a 10.
They had to have done a 10.
Yeah.
But
You were here
was,
for 10. This is like your 10th year, I thought. No?
I've been here 10 years. I was an intern.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
So you were here.
But we didn't I don't remember us doing anything.
You were just getting everybody coffee?
20, no.
Okay.
I had to ask one of our previous interns. She just did an internship. And I couldn't believe her task was actually getting coffee.
Really?
And food.
Yeah.
I'm guessing for
and
Rizzo,
I was like,
Rizzo,
that's
huh?
real? No, it wasn't
Oh,
here.
here. Okay. I'm
No,
sorry.
like,
my
no,
bad. I say I ain't been getting. We've been had a lot of interns. I ain't got no coffee and food yet.
I did that.
Hot dogs.
I did that in Sirius XM in New York.
I honestly
getting dudes
thought.
coffee?
Yeah.
I thought that was just movies. And my only internship was ESPN West Palm.
How good we treat our interns.
I know.
Yeah.
But I was mind blown. I'm like, you actually had to go do that? Get coffee and food for people?
I've never been instructed to get coffee or food or anybody, and I did a lot of different internships.
We treat interns well unless they make dumb comments like this.
Does Jim in accounting watch one game a year and think he can be an NBA GM?
You don't trade a guy like Dame unless you actually know ball, which I do.
Is Mark in the mailroom talking your ear off about what's wrong with football today?
Give me that budget and I'll have this roster fixed by Friday. Guaranteed.
does Ted in sales go on and on about how he would manage the bullpen.
Complete games used to mean something. I don't know what this is anymore.
Time to shoot the casuals down. This is Water Cooler Talk, presented by Culligan. Schedule your free water test today at Culligan.com.
I cannot believe what intern Avery was saying.
The one
Avery the intern. Yeah, you remember him.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Clemson guy. Can't trust those Clemson guys. This guy had the audacity to be standing right there by the Culligan water cooler and to be yapping about how the 2026 NFL draft is going to be one of the best draft classes of all time. You want to know why, C-Katt?
Because they haven't been drafted yet and they haven't played any football yet. So it's a baseless claim?
No. He's going off of the fact that this was the fastest position group based on 40 time, the highest vertical jumps, the highest broad jumps, some of the best measurables of all time for several positions throughout the 2026 NFL Draft Combine.
He used the Combine to base his opinion.
He's a Combine opinion-based guy, not a tape guy.
Disgusting.
And you know what I'll tell this guy, Avery? There's an issue here. And in Indianapolis, there was another number, another historical record-breaking thing that happened. And that was low participation. Literally the lowest percentage of players actually completing drills. And specifically what players were doing were picking and choosing the drills they were good at and only doing them. So the numbers on average were astronomically high. They set records because people specialized in the events they knew they'd do well in.
Yeah, imagine going throughout high school and college only answering the questions you knew the answers to.
Yeah, that would be
You'd have a really good hit rate.
Imagine doing that and still getting a C. You're like, damn, I guess I don't know. That is your Culligan water cooler talk. Avery, shut your pipes. Go get us some coffee.
Shut your pipes?
Is that what people say?
Pie hole?
Pipe down. Pipe down. Get us some coffee with Culligan water. Go in love, go in peace, go in joy.
Baseball is back. The crack of the bat, the smell of the grass, the return of game day energy is all here in West Palm Beach at Cacti Park with great matchups in your own backyard. Watch top matchups all